Hey people, how are you? Getting my hair there, really annoying. Yes, I talked to Dogs in My Life there on Skype the other day. Really pleasing and nice and much more to the point than a YouTube video ever could be. So I see the need for me to do YouTube videos that are really to the point, concise, a bit of humour, bit of my own original music in it too, combining things, so making it essentially exciting, even though I wouldn't necessarily be in the most exciting mood right now. But I think it's probably necessary to do it for YouTube, because the views for intersex issues are very small. Not too many people are interested in it, because most people don't even know yet about it. But when they do get to know about it, people will be coming and running to finding out all about intersex people and the actual realities, that we're not that much different to the lot of you. And I've been watching some great videos from a user named Misha Kailana, excellent videos bringing up the issues relating to our doctor's sessions, and bringing up issues related to just in general, why is it that we continue to hold people to a certain gender that they personally look like being, and again, they look like the gender because the gender seems to go with the sex, they say. It's supposed to be the same: masculine gender, masculine sex; feminine gender, female sex, blah. And it's just not that way as we're unfolding the actual realities of life. Thank God for David Attenborough doing all those nature documentaries. The Trials of Life was an excellent series, and David Attenborough did it with nature, and so we attempt to do it with human beings, and it couldn't be a better century to be doing it in, with all this technology and all this availability of people, like-minded people. And even finding the people who have the total opposite minds is also another point as well, because we also need to study and strategize how we're going to actually talk and discuss with each other, argue with each other, but not to the point of hatred or abuse. And I think there's no better way to do that than to talk real time, such as on Skype, one-to-one, or a conference call with a few people, or else on, as was suggested to me the other day, Blog TV. A lot of people are going to Blog TV because they realise that it's just madness giving of yourself on a YouTube video, where people can have it forever and they can misread it forever. And many of the comments that come into people's videos of disgust or hate of the video, many of these comments come in from commenters that are completely anonymous. So they're complaining about people who've actually bothered to speak out about what they think, and these people come in with their comments totally anonymous, and complaining and throwing hate around just because they don't agree or get on with the person or whatever the situation is. And it's not healthy anymore on YouTube, really, to be as open as we were before. But I want to urge everybody not to be put off too much, and not to abandon YouTube, and not to abandon the internet, the process of the internet community, which is basically the offline real life community, but we're just connected by virtual cables now if you've got an internet connection, or if you use the internet sometimes to connect. And that's the whole thing. We need connection, we need global connection. We do need, in my opinion, global order, but not global dictation. But we need or like global dictatorship. We need oh God, we need so many things, don't we? And we just don't, like, oh, what's the solution then, Gavin? Well, people, to be honest with you, nobody really has a really concrete solution. We've got a whole bunch of ideas that could be the solution, but I think it's going to be a mix and match of all sorts of solutions stuck together and try different things. But at the moment, I see society not really trying too much different things. We're not really trying enough new systems out. We seem to be hanging on to the cliff of the economic situation globally. Instead of not hanging on to any cliff and letting go of that cliff and springing in, we will land somewhere safe and we will do something better than the economic system of the moment. But we're not experimenting. We're sort of hoping that it'll all fizzle out and iron itself out, but actually people are needed to create society. And people, if you are going to escape from reality by only coming onto the internet and ignoring people on your street and where you work and stuff like that, and and just escaping and deciding to have that virtual life. There's too many people on YouTube who are people who really don't have enough of an interaction with real human beings, and I think it's great, the internet point. I mean, really. And also about the private information thing and the information sharing of your private information willingly. I'm not worried. Let's say I'm not worried. Let's say I'm not scared. I would be maybe a little worried, with private information going out there to anybody. But the reality is that I live my life in a certain philosophy that just it ends up being that why should I care, about what anybody else thinks or where they know I live or whatever, you know what I mean? I think you can find out pretty much, if you really want to, where somebody lives. It's pretty easy. It might take it a while, but you'll find out, because there's so much information available out there. So we are moving into that age, and it's the we are the guinea pigs, as I said to somebody recently. We are the guinea pigs of the internet, and there are definite waves and huge negative waves all over YouTube, especially at the moment. They just haven't got it right yet, and maybe the plan was never to get it right and to just create the chaos that we have in the real world on the internet, so that it could be the great prototype world to experiment with, so that we can finally get a bit of a better harmony here on Earth. I don't believe we're ever going to get complete peace, like on the level of nobody ever will harm anybody in any way again. I don't think that's possible, especially not in my lifetime. But I do believe in progress, and I believe in determination and faith, but not essentially in an invisible God. And by saying that, I'm not saying that there isn't a God there, because I actually believe in God. But we need a lot more community trust and community togetherness, and all this kind of neighbourhood watch thing that happens, or that used to happen in the 80s in real life, well, in Ireland anyway. We had these stickers even that we stuck up on our doors, neighbourhood watch area. Even the stickers would have deterred people, and there's also a real problem with words, and the way we use words, and what words we see, and what there's certain games out there. I saw one on Facebook. It said, can you answer the right questions to what colour you're seeing rather than reading. They'd show a word, R-E-D, red, and then they'd put maybe an orange colour beside it, and they'd whatever the game is. I didn't actually do it, but that's the thing. A lot of what we think we believe in might be just programmed into us subliminally, and all sorts of stuff, and we'll never know, I don't think, because the world has created a bunch of liars. The system, most people lie in the system in order for them to have a decent enough life in the system, and I think that's sick, that liars make it in this world. I mean, really, they do. The truthful people don't make it in the world. You know, the whole system is now designed perfectly for the people who are greedy and liars, to completely take advantage of this current system, which they're doing. And you know, I think it's disgraceful. You know, and I'm coming from a situation where I'm lucky to be in this state of being and living state that I've been in for, I don't know, at least 10 years. You know, I've chosen good routes, I think. And so my heart goes out to people who don't have enough. I mean, I don't have enough myself at the moment, but you know, but my heart really does go out to people who are struggling.